Yeah, I think obviously we had some good battles last year against them. It was both of them came down to the wire. I think that it's a great football team on the other side, and we got to play great football. We got to play clean. We got to be focused on this year. Got to be focused on this moment, one play at a time. Going into a tough environment, it'll definitely be loud. It'll be a lot of emotions, all that kind of stuff. But I think the best thing we can do is stay poised.
Is it a good thing coming off the loss? Is it a good thing to play right around Thursday night? Kind of watch that way quickly and move on.
I think the reason why it's going to be a good thing for us just to get back into it is because of our level of preparation. We had a great day today. We had a great day yesterday. All the guys came in really kind of spent. We all kind of spent a lot of time together watching film and getting prepared, watching the game from before, and then also watching our opponent this week. And so I think a lot of it has been our preparation. That's always the key in Thursday night games is how well you prepare. And obviously everybody's a little beat up and everything else. But I think the best thing you can do is go out there and more than anything else, play with great emotion, play with great focus, play with great passion, and just stay focused on our task. And that's to go 1-0 this week.
What stood out to you watching film?
Of this past game or this game?
You watched the as a team.
You're talking about the Chiefs or the last game?
Or whatever film you were watching. You said you were watching.
Oh yeah. Yeah. We watch a lot of tape over the days. I think the best thing we can do. I think the best thing that stands out is just their defense is flying around. They're doing a lot of great things. Obviously, Big Chris inside. He's such a talented player, one of the best to play the game. They have a good secondary, good young secondary that can really make a lot of plays, do some things. I think their linebackers are really, really talented. They run horizontally. They run sideline to sideline extremely well. They're coached extremely well. I think the other thing about their team is obviously they've been together for a while, with the defense and stuff like that. So they do a lot of good things well. I think the best thing that we can do though is we got to be physical. We got to come in the game being physical. We got to be able to capitalize on our opportunities. When they do match up and man up, and when it's there, take the easy ones too, and just don't blink. It's gonna be a game that's gonna go back and forth, and we got to be the ones that end up on top.
Russ, what does this Chiefs rivalry mean to you, this team, especially with the 15-game losing streak? I know you haven't been for all of that.
Yeah, I mean, I've been able to watch football over the years, and I just remember when I was young. I remember the Broncos versus the Chiefs, all the great games, all the great battles. I remember watching guys like John Elway, and I remember watching Peyton and some of the all-time greats, and just some of the battles. I think also too, over the years too. I think the important thing is that we got to create a new history, and we got to be able to do that with one play at a time, one moment at a time, one game at a time. Obviously, over the past, however many games that we haven't been able to win, that's like I always tell you guys, every game's a history of its own, and we got to be a focus on this one and go win this game.
Russ, you talk about it being a back and forth game. Is that part of learning how to win? That you got to really take a punch and kind of swing back.
Yeah, I mean, I think the best thing we can do is play with a clear mind, and understand that take each moment, take each play. And learn from those plays, and just understand that there's going to be things that they do well. There's going to be things that we're going to do well in the game, and ultimately we got to do a little bit more than them, and I think that's the key.
Sean talked a little bit about the inability to get into the rhythm of the running game. What do you see as the biggest challenge right now as far as getting into a rhythm and really running the football with authority?
Yeah, I think that I think the first half. Last week, I mean, we have some big runs. I mean, I think Jalil's done an amazing job of hitting it. I think in the Chicago game, we did some good things in the run game as well. Several other games too. I think we just got to stay consistent with it and just continue to, get those runs dialed. I think when we get into the red zone, we do run the ball. We got to make those touchdowns. I think that's the key, and not having any negative runs, especially against a team like this. We got to stay on schedule. So I think that's the best thing we can do.
Sean talked about during the draft process, Marvin's football character, his great ability to respond stood out to him. Have you seen that as he kind of goes through a little bit of that?
Yeah, Marvin's been awesome all year, man. I know he every rookie makes mistakes. I remember my rookie year, you make a bonehead play every once in a while. You're like, man, and just you have to learn, learn from the lessons along the way. And I think that you have to understand that throughout a game there's going to be mistakes, but understanding that you use those throughout the game to fuel you, to focus you, to get you back to where you are, and then for the next game, you try to do is try to clear any mistakes that you've made and just continue to get better every day. I think the process of a young guy like Marvin is understanding, number one, give your grace to yourself. I think that he's done such an amazing job. I mean, this guy's I don't know how many yards he has per catch, but it's a lot. And he can run every route. He can run the short routes. He can run all the deep ones and short, middle ones too. Mid-range ones. I think he's a great punt returner. He's a great kick returner. He's already had one. There's a lot of things he's done extremely, extremely well. And more importantly, as you mentioned, he's got high character. He's a guy. He's one of the first ones here. He wants to learn more. He's got a great attitude. If he makes some mistakes, you know what I love about him. He's passionate. He wants to fix it, and he wants to fix it right there. And I was talking to him on the sideline, just understanding that, hey, listen, it's already gone. Let's move on to the next play. And so I think that he's done a great job of that.
A few more for us. We talk about playing with a clear mind. That's
Yep.
something that we've obviously done well during the course of your career. How do you help one in four football team play with a clear mind when there's obviously noise anytime?
Yeah, I think that anytime there's adversity, there's always noise. Anytime you have success, there's noise. And when you figure that out, been on the side of a lot of success, and there's been a lot of noise and good things and bad things and tough things and all that stuff. And then also too, you've been on the success, now being on the side of stuff not working, it seemed the way we want it to right away. You stay the course. You trust your belief in how you're preparing. You trust your belief in who you are as a team. You trust your belief in the guys around you, the staff around you, everybody, and just you go through that process and understand that just one pitch at a time. One pitch at a time. The only way if you're 1 for 4, the only way to go 2 for 5 is you go up to the plate and swing the next one. And that's the thing about baseball. And I think that's the mentality you got to have. You got to be able to have amnesia and be able to learn from the mistakes, but also continue to believe and continue to process and continue to practice at the highest level. And to be honest with you, that's what we're here for, is to be to win, and also ultimately to give our best every day. And we got to continue to try to learn how to do that every day in the midst of the storms.
As a pro,
Last one, Darren.
is this the toughest period that you've been through, though?
In what way?
In any way you think it's difficult?
Yeah, I think there's challenges in every year. I think that when you're a rookie, you go through the challenges of this is the first time doing it. I think we started off a little slow, and you go through the battles, and all of a sudden you catch fire. That's my experience of being a rookie, and just being relentless in that approach. I think you win a Super Bowl and you go to another one, and it doesn't work out. You have the choice of sticking your lip out and pouting about it, or you moving forward and continue to try to rise throughout your career. And I made that decision a long time ago, that I wasn't going to let one moment, one game, one play be affect you. And I think that once you learn how to be confident within yourself and confident who I know who God has called me to be. I know what He's given me, the blessings that He's given me. Also, this team, I think that we got so many great guys and so much young talent. It's a process we're in. And I think you go through this pruning process throughout life, whether if it's football or life or whatever it may be, and there's always challenges. But the best players, the best leaders, the best people, the best professionals, no matter what we're in, right, is how you respond in the midst of adversity. And we're going to respond the best way possible.
Thank you, Rob.
Thank you, guys. Yep.